What's up, y'all? Couple things going on right now. First, the big hush money trial has commenced. Side note, hush money, getting paid to not talk. I've always wanted to get paid to not do something. I think I could truly excel at a job like that. I mean, you can ask my wife. She'll tell you right now, I'm a generational prospect at not doing shit. Somebody needs to sign me up, y'all. But yeah, the trial's going on. They're having trouble finding jurors who can be impartial to Donald Trump. Yeah, no shit. That's like being impartial to a tornado. Anybody whose brain works is terrified of the damage it can cause, but you got a rabid contingent of lunatic cultists who think it's the coolest thing in the world. I assume it's because those people get a boner from chaos and destruction, but either way, nobody is lukewarm on either tornadoes or Trump, right? So what are they going to do for the jury? Well, you got Republican pundits out here publicly telling Trumpers in New York that they should Trojan horse their way onto the jury and then blow it all up from the inside, a move that they say would be patriotic and that correct people say would be a felony. So what are they going to do for the jury? Does New York have enough people who just woke up from an 8+ year coma to fill a jury? Imagine you wake up from a coma, they call you to the court, and you're like, what, The Apprentice guy? No, I never really watched it. Why? What happened? What if they fill a whole jury with coma patients? Imagine their faces during this whole trial. They're just sitting over there like, what? I'm sorry, can you back up a little bit? What? I think it'd be a stark reminder of just how crazy things have gotten, y'all. Speaking of which, reportedly Donald Trump is having trouble staying awake during this trial, which means right now in the upcoming presidential election, there's an ongoing screaming match where one side is like, your guy can't even stay awake in the Oval Office, and the other side accurately responds, well, your guy can't even stay awake in his criminal trial, and somehow that doesn't immediately end the debate. Verily, we are lost. Speaking of being lost, the House Republicans continue to self-immolate. You know how a toddler will pull a whole ass basket of laundry on their head and then scream at all the adults in the room for allowing them to do that to themselves? Yeah, that's the House GOP right now. Particularly, who else? Marjorie Taylor Greene. The answer to the age-old question, what would happen if we taught a Neanderthal Pilates? She's once again making demands while holding a gun to her own party's head. She's threatening to oust Speaker Johnson, and now she has support in the form of Kentucky Rep. Thomas Massey, which means MAGA Mike will require the help of Democrats to save his job. Well, with friends like these, am I right, Mikey? Yeah, these people are once again drowning in their own pool of crazy juice, and it's up to the Dems to throw them a lifeline. Or, if I could offer an alternative, they could opt instead to point and laugh. Yeah, I think you let these people remind the American public in an election year just how woefully incapable they are of governing. And I don't know how it's going to turn out. Some people think with Speaker Jeffries, I'll believe that when I see it, but I'll say this. If MTG's incalcitrant mania somehow results in the Republicans holding the House but losing the speakership, that will unironically be the best thing she has ever accomplished for this country. All right, YouTube, back in a second. All right, YouTube, back with more in just a second, but I want to let you know that this here missive is once again brought to you by the good folks over at Private Internet Access, the world's most trusted VPN provider with over 30 million downloads. Listen, guys, nowadays, getting on the internet without a VPN is like leaving your cookie stash unattended in a room full of Midwestern toddlers. It ain't safe. But PIA's VPNs hide your IP address and encrypt your internet connection, thus shielding you and your digital privacy from the prying eyes of the nefarious types of the online world. That's not all their VPNs do, though. They can also make it appear as though you're logging on from any country on earth. Why? So you can check out that country's version of Netflix or any other streaming service. You know they're different in Korea than they are here? They are. Check it out. Their VPNs are available across all platforms, and now you can use one PIA account to safeguard unlimited devices. We got every device in my household on my account. Works like a charm, so if that sounds good to you, here's what you do. Click the link in the description below to try Private Internet Access now for 4 months free with 83% off. Signing up always includes 24/7 customer support and a 30-day money-back guarantee. So what do you need to hear? If you think that sounds overly techy or complicated or something like that, it's not. Look, here's the app. There's the button. You push the button just like that, and here you go. That's it. That's all it takes. It couldn't be simpler. So try Private Internet Access today. And we're back, YouTube. Look at that. My beard fell out a little bit, grew back a little bit. Everything's good. Listen, some other things I didn't get to up top. A lot of shit happening this week. First of all, my home state of Tennessee continues its campaign of infuriating dumbassery, mostly centered around the public school system. A couple of days ago, a Tennessee Republican was caught on tape, unknowingly being recorded, saying, we want to tear the whole thing down, the whole system down, talking about the public education system. This comes at the same time that Republicans in the State House of Tennessee are passing a law that would arm teachers. Yes, so they admit they're trying to tear it all apart and arm the teachers at the same time. It's like, what is their inspiration for the Tennessee school system? Fucking Fallout, the Fallout universe? Just nothing but desolation and violence across the board for all but the uppermost elites. That's what we want from our education system in my home state of Tennessee. Is that how it works? What's next? They're going to pose, like, hey, can we just have Judge Dredd teach all of our state's children? Can we do that? Listen, guys, I'm going to love Tennessee until the day I die. I am. But because of these insane moves made by the people in power there, I'm grateful every day that my children are growing up in California, and that is a fact that truly breaks my heart. It's a goddamn shame. Speaking of a shame, the dystopian council of fanatical elders, that is our Supreme Court, is on their bullshit again too. They just essentially made it illegal to mass protest in 3 southern states, and they are set to undermine the charges against many of the January 6th insurrectionists, proving finally that gay people, poor people, Muslims, immigrants, all that aside, women, all that aside, what they truly hate is the goddamn American Constitution. Nothing pisses them off more than that self-righteous, uppity-ass, crusty piece of paper giving people rights, making the peasants think that they can just mouth off to the powers that be whenever they want to, or have things, or want things, or think things. Who the hell do these people think they are? That's right. The only time you should take to the streets in this country is if you're trying to tear it all down. Yeah, if you want to do a little treason, then it's okay. But if you're trying to protest actual injustices, you need to take your ass to the house and be grateful we don't do a lot worse. That's how our Supreme Court thinks, and I say, in response to that, God help us all. Listen, y'all, I know it's all a bummer, but what are you going to do? Either way, I do appreciate you watching these, YouTube. I really do. Listen, I'm going to put them up. This is my special up here. Working on a new one, hopefully coming out in the next year or so. But for now, check this special out. There's a circle here where you can subscribe to the channel, get all these silly videos and my podcast and all that stuff. And then the more important one to me, it's a website, TreyCrowder.com, and show you my tour dates. I'm a stand-up comedian. That's what I really do. If I'm coming near you, come and see me. It's a good time. I promise you. Either way, y'all keep watching these things, and I'll keep making them. I love you like chicken. See you next time, baby.